WLOP, Pluvium Grandis, Samdoesart, Rossdraws, Guweiz. If you're an artist like me, you've probably heard at least one of these names before and know that these guys are beasts when it comes to digital painting. And if you haven't, now you have. You're welcome. Now what happens when an artist whose art style isn't exactly highly rendered or colorful like the artworks you saw before, attempt to even try drawing her own characters like them? Well, it looks a little something like this. Alright, before we get into it, meet Gigi, Hero, and Keys. They're my original characters and I'll be drawing them in 5 master art styles. Let's start! First off, we're starting with WLOP. Now for WLOP, he's known for how he draws metal and shiny reflective objects that make his paintings more photorealistic. But what I really admire is how much attention he puts into making his skin interact with its environments, whether it's like tight jewelry or hand pinches. You know what's funny? WLOP loves squishing skin so much, he'd cut up his character's blood circulation for the effect. You cannot look at it and tell me this surely didn't leave a red mark. Another thing I love about WLOP's style is how his characters are always in the moment, and they're always so sentimental, and somehow you start feeling what they feel. This girl's moody, well now I'm moody. This girl's sleeping, well now... A silly problem I had though, silly problem. WLOP draws a lot of skin. Now I don't show a lot of skin in my drawings, so the entire time I was drawing Gigi, it felt like I was doing a crime. If just drawing the legs feel that illegal, imagine how it felt drawing abs. So for this next drawing, I tried to do it in the style of Pluvium Grandis. Pluvium Grandis is both an amazing oil painter and digital painter. He translates his traditional drawing skills over to digital, giving it this unique painterly vibe. I'm telling you man, every time I see his art on community posts and shorts, I smell out smiling and blushing like an idiot. I didn't even know art could do that. Something I find funny is his custom brushes. He'd type in, I just use whatever brush bro, it doesn't really matter man. Then makes the most hardcore, beautiful, realistic, jaw-dropping art I've ever seen. What's even cooler is he uses his own name as a brush to make his masterpieces. So you know I gotta do it too. Now, Pluvium's process was very confusing to me. It feels like smoke or making out shapes from cloud. What really stood out to me was the way he drew cloth, especially thin fabric. Holy moly, can this man draw cloth? After looking at so much of his cloth studies, I seriously started craving a hotel bed, soft white sheets, dim lighting, 18 degrees Celsius temperature, and a big fat comforter. So naturally, I drew Gigi, Hero, and Keys living out my fantasy as one does. If you don't already draw your characters doing what you want, having what you want, then you should try it. I swear, it's nice. So for the third drawing, I did it in the style of Rossdraws. Rossdraws is this amazing, awesome digital artist who creates the most gorgeous works of art that have saturated colors and dynamic compositions. His works always feel like they're glowing. I grew up watching this guy. He was the one who got me into digital art. I still remember how I'd be mind blown every time he did color dodge time. As a kid, it genuinely felt like he had magical superpowers and I really wanted to have that too. Recently, I've been interested in how he paints environments with such beautiful colors. So instead of focusing on characters this time, I zoomed out a bit and tried my hand at his dreamy landscapes. Rossdraws uses a lot of custom brushes, but his brushes weren't compatible with Fire Alpaca, which is the drawing software I use. So I made myself my own custom brushes by lasso filling the shapes I see Mr. Ross use in his process videos like grass, paddies, even a flock of birds. I swear, This man's taste in colors is so bright and cheery. The whole time I was drawing, I was in a good mood. It's no wonder this man has such a bubbly personality. If I was always exposed to colors like this, if I was always looking at this vomit of rainbow and cheery and cupcakes and unicorns or whatever, I'd be cheery as well. It honestly felt like I was eating a bag of Skittles with my eyes. His style was the most enjoyable one to work on because I was smiling the entire time. Now for the next drawing, I did it in Samdoesart style. Samdoesart is that art YouTuber who roasts you then immediately drop killer art advice. He's a crazy skilled artist as well. Like, he'd make these jaw-dropping paintings, then casually say he finished them in an hour or two. Like this? In just 2 hours? Mr. Sam, you crazy skilled artist. He also makes a lot of helpful content. In fact, I did a WLOP and Guweiz study last year by watching his video. Now I watched his video again to study WLOP, Guweiz, and his style for this video. Thank you, Samdoesart, for making easily digestible studies and tutorials. His process is actually really simple. It's optimized for quick but great results. Start with 4 values, which are base colors, shadows, darker shadows, and highlights. Then blend some edges so you can get a balance of both hard and soft edges. Throw in some textures, hit it with some color dodge, and boom, you've got a killer piece. And it only took you what? 2? No? 3? 4? 5? 5 hours! Well, at least I got great results. I saved the worst for last. Guweiz art style. Now Guweiz is an absolute drawing unit. His characters, whenever he draws them, it's like they're in a candid photo. There's so much life to them. And he doesn't just renders the character beautifully, he goes all in for the environment as well. Like, if you just gave me a cropped picture of his background and told me that was his fully finished artwork, I'd believe you. With this much detail, out of all the art styles I've done so far, his has got to be the hardest one. Since Guweiz typically uses high contrast in his art, I just drew Chihiro and Keys in a blackout where the main light source is a candle. Guweiz starts off with grayscale, and grayscale, that's my baby girl. I was having a blast doing grayscale rendering. Maybe a bit too much because I kind of forgot I had to actually color this thing. And the moment I tried to add color to it, oh, it went so downhill. I realized I had no idea how to color it without it looking like absolute dog water. I couldn't get it to look like Guweiz style at all, so I was stuck for a long time trying to figure out how to color this thing. Everything I did felt like it wasn't getting anywhere. I really got frustrated, I really did, and I tried to start over with the colors again. So I thought it would be a quicker way to exit Fire Alpaca to get rid of the color layers to start afresh with the grayscale that I already saved. That was the worst mistake I've ever made because when I came back, I was met with an earlier, partially unrendered version. Apparently, I did not press save after rendering the grayscale. It was dumb, it was deserved, and worst of all, it was irreversible. I just sat and stared, holding in the urge to out of pure spite, I re-rendered it, added a touch of red, then left it at that. That was Guweiz art style attempt 1. Now I wanted to try again, but at this point, I was at the edge of... So, to cool off, I did another drawing in a different style. And the art style that I'll be drawing in is Orb. Orb is an art YouTuber who has this saturated and cute art style. She does a lot of art challenges that are low-key insanity. I mean, drawing 600 comments is crazy. Most would stop at 100, but she just keeps going, and honestly, I bet she won't stop until she's at 1000. One of her videos actually inspired me to do this challenge, which is why I'm drawing in her style as a little tribute. Orb's art style was very fun to analyze and draw in, though it is bright. Seriously though, I had to wear sunglasses and take a bunch of eye breaks while drawing because it was such an eye strain. It really did hurt my orbs. Yeah. Overall, I had a blast drawing in Orb's art style. It was so cute, it was so happy, it was so adorable. It definitely worked as a stress relief because I was finally able to get back to Guweiz attempt 2! For this attempt, I used a reference, which I should have done earlier, and it seriously helped me figure out the colors beforehand, so I didn't stay stuck trying to figure out how to color without losing my mind like I did before. Though this wasn't my first attempt, it still wasn't easy because every second I was painting it. Please, man, I don't want to do this anymore. Just let me give up. It's okay to give up. You can fail. No one will care if you fail. It's so painful to do this. I hate it so much. But you know what? I already said I'd draw in Guweiz art style. If I gave up, I wouldn't be able to say I drew in 5 master art styles. So I saw it to the end. Boy, I still hated it when I finished. I was so close to deleting it. So to cool off, I drew it in my art style, which definitely helped me to chill out a lot. It's days after I finished drawing it, and I've come to like it a little more. It's nowhere near as good as Guweiz, but I'm still proud of it. And that's how I drew in 5 master art styles. It's definitely not perfect, but I learned a lot and I was able to get out of my comfort zone. Let me know down below whose art style is your favorite. Thanks for watching the video. Bye bye! Oh man, I seriously need a cold bed.